right, good morning, everyone. I believe this is Happy Wednesday. This is the 187 District Court.
Happy.
Yeah, thank you. These are the rules for the 187 District Court. First of all, it's Wednesday. Don't make it into a Monday. I require that everyone is respectful to each other. To all the inmates, you're not allowed to use your chat box at all. Do not chat your attorney. Do not chat each other. Do not try to pick up anyone for dates. This is not the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. If you do any of those things, you will be sent back to your cell. For everyone else who's on bond, you are in the 187th District Court, even though you may be at your home. Do not behave as though you're not in the 187th District Court. Behave professionally. For all of you who are driving, I do not allow driving and Zooming. I will not be a part of anyone getting into any type of accident because they are driving and Zooming. To all the attorneys, the court coordinator is Norma Ferguson. She's listed as Ferguson coordinator. Do not send her chats, texts, emails, phone calls asking her if you can get a reset or if you can be excused. I'm the only person who can do that. Attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, no matter how small, put it in the chat box to Norma Ferguson so she can get the proper paperwork to you. If your client is on bond and you have a plea bargain agreement, you need to put your client's email address into the chat box to the state and also to Ms. Ferguson. Attorneys, I'm going to open breakout rooms, and everyone, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically invite you. When I open the breakout rooms, it will invite you, but again, do not go unless I call your name. Attorneys, you go in an order of appearance. I'm going to call the list of attorneys' names that I have. If you see your name is far on the list and you want to Zoom to another hearing in another court, you're more than free to do so. But if you are Zooming somewhere else and your name is called, you will be put to the end of the line. I'm going to call your name and let me know if you are here. Raymond Martinez, I know you're in the courtroom. George Schaefer, Fernando Ramos, thank you. Anton Hyatt, Joanne Eckel.
Present, Your Honor.
Here, Judge.
John Robertson.
Present, Your Honor.
Leo Gonzalez.
Here, Your Honor.
Orlando Castagnon. All right, and is Paul Martinez, is that an attorney? I think it isn't. All right.
It's just a client, Judge.
All right, thank you. Ted Wood. Will Brooks.
Morning, Judge.
Thank you. Ed Camara.
Yes, I'm here.
Carly Taylor. Scott.
Present, Judge.
And Geraldo Flores.
Present, Your Honor.
Have I missed any attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Brian Marks. I'm here for Rianne Flores.
Okay, Brian Marks. Anyone else?
And good morning, Your Honor. Sorry about that too.
I know. Good morning. I like the picture you have behind you, the painting. It looks excellent.
Thank you. My grandfather painted it in 1972.
Oh, wow. I hope he signed it.
He did, and it was one of his final paintings, Your Honor. He died before I was born, and I have a few of those pieces in my house.
Oh, awesome. I like it.
Appreciate that, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. So attorneys, I'm going to send you to breakout rooms. All of the prosecutors have the ability to move throughout the breakout room. So as you can tell, there are more defense attorneys than prosecutors. So please be patient when you go to the breakout room. Think of the breakout room as when you're visiting your doctor. When you get sent to the room, the nurse calls your name, you go to the back, you think you're seeing a doctor, but really they're just checking your blood pressure and your weight. So that's what's happening. All right, Raymond Martinez, I know you're in the courtroom. Who's your client?
It's Mr. Cavazos, Your Honor. His client is not here. He has a flat tire, so he's waiting for him.
All right, thank you. All right, George Schaefer.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, everyone, just one moment, please. All right, I'm sorry for interrupting the court and answering that phone call. I thought it was emergency, and it is because my warranty has expired on my vehicle. All right, so George Schaefer, what is your client's name?
Brittany Reyes, Your Honor.
All right, is that a criminal trial division case or family violence?
It's going to be a criminal trial, Your Honor. We're scheduled actually to return to your court on the 6th of April for a plea.
Okay, let me have Norma check into that. Ms. Ferguson, can you check into Brittany Reyes's case, please?
Judge,
Yes,
it was,
she has a pretrial service violation. It's a fifth violation, Judge. And I told her she needed to appear in court.
Ah, that's the problem. Have you received a copy of the violation report, Mr. Schaefer?
I have, Your Honor.
So we have an issue. So if you want to talk to your client today and see if she wants to do a plea today, let me know.
Is she signed on?
Brittany, to the courtroom, is Brittany Reyes in the courtroom?
She's on the screen, Judge. She's LG
Yes, ma'am.
506.
Okay, were you told to be in the courtroom?
On the 6th.
All right, I'm gonna send you to a breakout room with your attorney.
Okay.
All right, George, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 1. Ms. Reyes, go to breakout room number 1. Fernando Ramos, who do you have?
Morning, Judge. I have Dominic Jamel Blackman. It's a drug case and an MTR, or 4 drug cases and an MTR.
Okay. I'll send you to breakout room number 2. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Anton Hayek?
Recall from yesterday, I believe it's Jose Flores. I have not been in contact with him at all overnight.
All right, Anton, if you want to zoom out and zoom back in, I will give him till 10:30.
Okay, I have a hearing at 10:30, but I come as soon as thereafter as I can. That's
All right.
okay.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I sent you an email.
All right, thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, thank you, Norma. Joanne Eckel.
Yes, Judge, I have Joshua Martinez, and it's a family violence case.
Okay, I'll send you to breakout room number 3. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. John Robertson.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Ryan Martinez. It's set for a PSI and it's a family violence case.
All right, have you received the PSI report?
I have, Your Honor.
All right, have you had a chance to go over the PSI report with your client? I
have, Your Honor.
Okay, just give us a moment. As soon as a family violence prosecutor is ready, we'll take up your sentencing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Leo Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Jessica Johnson. We're here on a VR.
Morning.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room to discuss it with the prosecutor, and then we'll take care of it. So I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Orlando Castagnon.
Yes, Judge. I'm here on Quentin Blocker.
Hello.
How do you spell the last name?
Blocker, Blocker.
All right. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial division.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 5. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ted Wood. Ted Wood.
Thanks, Judge. Good morning. I'm here for Matthew Stribling.
All right. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's an arson case, Judge, that arose out of a family violence case.
All right.
Attempted arson.
Okay. I'll send you to breakout room number 6. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
I'm here on that same client. He has a criminal trial case. I guess I probably should go to the breakout room with them.
Yes.
Did you say number 6?
Yes. I'm going to send you there right now.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Will Brooks.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I've got Joel Cabrera, and it is a family violence case. We have a VR.
Okay. I'll send you to breakout room number 7. Do you have the violation report as well?
I do, Judge.
All right. I'll send you to number 7. Ed Camara. You're muted.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Who do you have, Ed Camara?
Yeah, I got Alexis Morganfield. It's a family violence case, and we're here on a motion to modify his bond.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 8. A prosecutor will discuss that with you. If you all can't come to an agreement, I'll make a decision.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Scott Hill.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Who do you have?
No phone, Bon Fatke.
I'm sorry. Could you spell that for me again, please?
Sure, Judge. N-O-U, last name is VONGPHAKDY.
All right. And is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence.
All right. Just remember, whenever we're on record, you need to spell that name for Brenna. Am I right, Brenna? Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, Scott, one day you come in here, I'm going to shock you. I'm going to be able to spell it. I'm working on all my spelling.
I'm still working on it, Judge. It's a tricky one.
I'm working on the spelling, and I'm working on pronouncing everyone's name correctly.
I get that a lot in high school.
All right. And so how do you pronounce your name?
It's Nupon Bonpakti.
You mispronounced the last name. So Nupon Bong
Bonpakti. Pakti.
Paki. Okay.
Yeah,
I promise I'm going to work on that.
You'll get it.
All right. I appreciate your faith in me.
You'll get it.
All right.
A lot of people get it.
All right. Gerardo Flores.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes. Who's your client?
Jimmy Wood, and I believe it's CTD.
All right. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Brian Marks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Who do you have?
I have Rian Flores.
You said Graham Forrest?
No, I'm sorry, Rian.
How do you spell the first name?
Ryann.
And it's Flores. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial division, Your Honor.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 9.
Thanks, Judge. Need a little coffee so I can work on my enunciation this morning.
Okay. Richard Langlois.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
David Medina.
And is it-
I'm sorry, David Gary.
And it's a family violence.
No, it's a drug case, Judge.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 10. A prosecutor will meet you there. And Ed Camara, I see that you're back.
Yeah, Judge, I can't, something went wrong and I couldn't connect to the breakout room. Could you reconnect me, please?
Yes. Let me see. You're in breakout room number 8. What is your client's name again, please?
Alexis Morganfield.
Okay. And that's criminal trial division?
No, it's family violence.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'll send you to breakout room, back to breakout room number 8.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, Judge. Am I supposed to be in a different Zoom? Or
No,
I'm supposed-
you're not. Just remain where you are.
Okay.
I'll let you know when, I'll call your name and let you know to go to a breakout room. But for now, your attorneys are discussing your cases with the state. When they're ready for you, they'll let me know. Victor Gomez. Okay, I think he's zoomed out. All right, anyone but Jimmy Wood. Jimmy Wood, you need to unmute.
Here we go.
Yes. Mr. Wood?
I'm here.
Yes,
Yes,
where are
ma'am.
you? Where are you?
I'm at home.
Were you here when I made the announcements at the beginning of the morning?
About the breakout room?
No, the fact that I said that wherever you are, you're actually in the 187 District Court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so in
Yes, ma'am.
what world would you be in the 187 District Court smoking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, that's not my question.
apologize.
My question is, in what
There is
world?
no smoking.
Yes, so why do you think you can smoke on screen?
I apologize.
Nope,
I
that's
don't
not my
think
question. My question is, why do you think you can smoke while you're on screen and you're in court?
I didn't, wasn't thinking.
All right, then you need to start thinking more, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
While
I
you're in the
apologize.
187 District Court, everything that you're doing at your house, your first question should be, is the judge gonna think this is professional, that I'm smoking on screen? Is she gonna think it's professional that I'm cooking breakfast on screen? If I were in the 187 District Court physically, would I be cooking or smoking on screen? You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
All right,
Totally
if there's another
apologize.
problem with you, you're gonna end up coming to the 187 District Court in person. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Matt Stohansky. Who's your client?
Andrew Pena was my client. I think he's been appointed, a court appointed. His dad showed up today to hire me. So
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
it's criminal trial.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 11.
Okay.
A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Paul Martinez, please stop walking around. Find a place that's stationary and remain there. All right, anyone back from the breakout room?
I am, Your Honor.
All right,
Can I have a moment with my client?
all right. You're in breakout room number 4. Where's Jessica Johnson?
I'm here.
All right, could you please go to breakout room number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Gonzalez, if you would go back to 4. George Schaefer?
Yes, Judge, I'm back from the breakout room. We're gonna go ahead and get the plea done today rather than come back on the 6th.
All right, if you'll let in the chat box know, let Ms. Ferguson know that you have an agreement.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. I told her that Jordan Brown has all the details on it.
Okay, great. Well, if you and your client will go back to breakout room number 1 and begin work on the paperwork, we'll take it up.
Judge, I need to see if Jordan's there so that he has my client's email address.
All right, let me see. He's in breakout room number 2. But if you will put the email, do you know how to use chat?
Probably not.
All right. Were you just going to say the email address to Jordan?
Yes, Judge. Let me see if I have his cell phone number where I can just send it that
No,
way.
if you give me the email address, I will email him the email address.
The email address is Brittany Reyes, BrittanyReyes 101 @gmail.com.
All right. We will make sure he has that.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to go to another meeting right now, and then I'll be back when I get the paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? Fernando Ramos?
Fernando Ramos, I'm back, Judge. If I could get in a breakout with my client Blackman.
Okay, let me see what breakout room you're in. You're in number 2. Mr. Blackman, please go to breakout room number 2. Your attorney will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? John Roberson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, what is happening with Mr. Ryan Martinez?
It's a PSI, Your Honor. He is in court. I have 2 witnesses.
All right, let me see. Just one moment. As soon as the family violence prosecutor is here, I'll take you up first thing.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Sean Farmer.
Hello, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I have Mario Rodriguez, and Your Honor, I'd actually be requesting a reset or recess till later this evening, if possible.
Right, later this evening.
Or I'm not sure if your docket goes on this evening, but actually a reset for another date.
All right, why are we getting a reset?
I'm researching to figure out under Article 42.03 for alternate sentencing, figuring out he's gone through a process of substance abuse. And I wanted to figure out the different programs that he's eligible for.
Oh, I know all the programs that he will be eligible for.
Yes, and then I also have a case in Harris County and Rio Grande City that's scheduled for right now. So I'm just trying to take care of everything at the same time.
Okay, so here's my question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Rio Grande and Harris County, are they more important than the 187? Whether does the 187 fall on your list of important?
They are not
courts?
more important, but I would like to also be aware of the programs and be able to advocate and know what is in my client's best interest, better serve
Oh,
them.
for me, all you have to say is I would like my client to be in a treatment program. And I know all the treatment programs in Bexar County. And I actually know all of the pardon?
It's a to-do offer.
All right, Mr. Farmer, let me send you to breakout room number 12 and let you speak to a prosecutor.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. It's people remember it's Wednesday.
Oh, I'll remember.
Victor.
Your
Victor
mom's
Gomez.
watching at home. She knows, I know that she knows that I know that I'll remember.
Yep, mom does know. Victor Gomez, who do you have? And could you unmute yourself, please?
And can you hear me now, Judge?
Yes, I can. Who do you have?
Okay. I have Theodorus Carpenter. Mr. Carpenter, we're here for the MTR, but again, Mr. Carpenter is still unable to communicate. I've spoken with his, what is it, the pretrial service probation officer, Ms. Vaughn. She's also made communications with the Nursing Rehabilitation Center. He's in long-term care right now at Mystic Park Nursing. I provided the court the letter that I got from Mystic Park. At this time, Judge, we like to have it reset. He's making very slow improvements on it. One case has been rejected, dismissed already by the DA, and we're working on the MTR aspect of this case.
All right, Norma, do you have that letter?
Judge, I just emailed it to you and I'm going to send it to the copier as well.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Gomez, do you have an idea of when he will be available so that we can set it close to the time you believe it will be ready?
Judge, conferring with his parents both and probation officer, I cannot communicate with him, but they cannot communicate either with him. It's basically they're looking at him, they show him signs and he'll either grab it or try to grab it. But apparently, he needs assistance right now for almost everything.
All right, Norma, can you reset this? Let's reset this for 45 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me,
We'll come
Judge.
back on May 20th, Judge.
All right, so we'll be back on May 20th at 9 a.m. Mr. Gomez?
Yes, Your Honor.
The day before that, that he is not going to be ready, you'll have another letter, let us know, and then that will help you not have to come to court, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Will do.
All right, you are
All right.
excused.
Thank you. Have a good.
All right, Mr. Camara, just give me a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. Yes, Mr. Camara.
Judge, you assigned me to breakout room number 8, and there's another attorney in there, so but I don't think there should be two lawyers. We're kind of fighting with each other about.
You're in a fight, no problem. I'll send you to breakout room number 1, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Don't get into a fist fight, people, a virtual fist fight on Zoom.
All right.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? John Farmer, what are we doing with Mr. Mario Rios?
I'll be requesting just a reset for some time, because I guess there's a question as to the solidity of a plea agreement, or how this affects our plea agreement.
All right, to the clerks in the back. I do not have the file on Mario Rios. Does he have a middle name?
It's Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, okay. Mario Rodriguez. Is Mario Rodriguez here?
He's in custody, Judge.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, Mario Rodriguez, he's already pled.
Yeah. So, Judge, validity of the plea isn't necessarily the right. It's maybe a bit of word salad. Mr. Farmer and his client in the state have an agreement for a set number of years to resolve all of his cases, which the court heard and reset for a sentencing day. Mr. Farmer is now saying he wants to ask for some type of inpatient treatment, drug treatment, under a code provision, under a mechanism that I've never heard of. And he's saying that it would be discretionary to the court to give Mario Rodriguez inpatient drug treatment, and I guess a continuation of his probation rather than following the agreement, which is no agreement at all, which I So he and I are not seeing eye to eye at all.
So here's the
I
thing.
don't know what he's talking about.
So let's do this. One, we're here for a sentencing today. Let's hear the sentencing. And Mr. Farmer, if you want to ask for inpatient treatment for your client, the court will hear it. But let's do the sentencing. That's what we're here for. And Mr. Rodriguez has been in jail and it's been reset. So let's do it.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Are we ready on Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Rodriguez. How are you doing this morning?
Doing okay, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. The court is calling 2020 CR 8228, 2020 CR 0532, and 2020 CR 11976, State of Texas versus Mario Rene Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Tom Nisbet.
For the defense?
Sean Farmer.
All right. We're proceeding by video with this sentencing because of the pandemic. The court will note that a plea was taken on March 25th, 2021, and that was done by video with no objections. Is there any objection to the sentencing taking place by video, state?
None.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, do you have any objection with this taking place by video?
No, Your Honor.
In 2020 CR 8228, according to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years. The state is taking 4 cases in consideration, and it is to run concurrent with your motion to revoke. In 2020 CR 0523, which is the motion to revoke, the defendant already pled true to violation of condition number 1 on March 24th, 2020, and the court found violation of condition number 1 true. And cause number 2020 CR 11976, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There are no applications. And this is to run concurrent with 2020 CR 0532 and 2020 CR 8228. And there are 4 cases that are being taken into consideration. This was set for sentencing. No PSI was requested. We've had discussion off record. That being said, defense, I'll allow you to proceed.
Your Honor, as I had mentioned off the record that Mr. Rodriguez has gone through a period of substance abuse and addiction. This has been evidenced by emails and correspondence that was also spent to the state, where his mother has been advocating on his behalf for the past, I think, 6 years or so. And at the time, we were trying to get them into inpatient treatment. And due to the pandemic, he was re-released on probation. And every time he would, fail in probation. So he does understand that he is facing the 4 years, but we would also like the court to take into consideration any sort of alternate sentencing that they may offer to be able to allow him to go down a rehabilitation path as opposed to a punitive path.
All right, and Mr. Former, what is your basis for the court being allowed to go outside the plea bargain agreement that's been reached?
Your Honor, I found it under Article 42.023 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. I haven't had time to dive into it further, but it states, or it does have some provisions that state that if any sort of offenses were committed during a period when defendant was under the influence of some sort of substance, that the judge may in their discretion deviate from the the plea agreement and choose some sort of alternate sentence that involves care or treatment. But I would also need to do a little bit more research on jurisdiction and any sort of availability. And I do also owe reverence to our plea agreement with the state. And that is all, Your Honor.
All right. Just one moment.
Okay. I also do know that the judge may at any time, reject the plea offer and choose to sentence the defendant to an alternate punishment.
All right, state the cases that you are taking into consideration. What are those cases?
There is a fraudulent use, possession, less than 5 items, state jail felony. There is a DWI. There is a POCS 4 to 200 PG1. And then there's an evading arrest with vehicle. And then the underlying offense.
All right. And the court will note for the record that when this defendant was, Mr. Mario Rene Rodriguez was placed on probation with the court did refer him to felony drug court. And then the court put him in intensive outpatient treatment. So Mr. Rodriguez, the issue the court has is I can only give you the programs that you need to be successful, and whether or not you're successful and complete those programs are completely up to you. One of my number one rules while you're on probation, don't pick up any new cases. I could understand if the case you picked up was a possession less than a gram case, because that means the only difference between you and someone else who is in the throes of their addiction is you got caught before you could use your drugs. But this is what the court is going to follow the plea bargain agreement that you've reached. And Mr. Rodriguez, if you want help and you need help, I can recommend that you be placed in the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community will not increase the time that you serve your sentence, but you can get any help with your addictions through the therapeutic community. I cannot order them to give you the therapeutic community. I can request it. I am going to request that if that is what you are seeking. Would you like to be placed in therapeutic community while you serve your sentence?
I have no information on what that is, or
It's to help you with your addiction. It is a drug program. I mean, if you don't want to do it, that's fine.
it's no, thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Farmer, your client is not ready to work on his addiction. He wants to continue to use. I made him an offer of the therapeutic community. He's declined it. It seems to me that your client wants to write his own treatment program, and that is why he's not in felony drug court. That is why he didn't do well at intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to, yes.
If I may, I believe that he, he has the type of, I wouldn't call it personality, but he overthinks things, and he always likes to know, I wouldn't say the outcome, but he's just unaware of the consequence. He's very smart, and he would like to know what the conditions are and whether or not he would be placed in, obtain some sort of credit for it, or I think he's just unaware as opposed to not receiving treatment.
All right. Well, again, Mr. Rodriguez, when you go to the prison, you can actually still request the therapeutic community on your own. I will personally not be requesting it for you since you're telling me you don't want it. And cause number 2020 CR 11976, I'm going to follow your plea bargain agreement. I will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. This will run concurrent with 2020 CR 0532, 2020 CR 8228. Take in consideration JN number 1979740, 2020 CR 8229, 2020 CR 12345, 2020 CR 12344, and I'll give you credit for any time that has been served. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And also because it is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And cause number 2020 CR 2398, the court will follow your plea bargain agreement. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. I'm sorry, this is the wrong file. Strike that case, Brenna. That's a different file that was given to me. And cause number 2020 CR 8228. The court will follow your plea bargain agreement. And as previously stated on March 25th, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2020 CR 0532, 2020 CR 11976. Take in consideration JN number 1979740, 2020 CR 8229, 2020 CR 12345, and 2020 CR 12344. In this cause number, I'm showing you a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And cause number 2020 CR 0532, you entered a plea of true to violation of condition number 1. The state waived all remaining allegations without objection. The court found violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It's to revoke and adjudicate, assessing 4 years TDC concurrent.
Defense, is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, sentence you to 4 years TDC, give you credit for any time served. And this will run concurrent with 2020 CR 8228 and 2020 CR 11976. Next, I'm showing you a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And because it is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Mr. Rodriguez, it would probably be in your best interest to try to get help for any drug addictions you have. People can only offer programs to you, but it's up to you to take advantage and to internalize what you're learning. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor, and Mr. Nisbet. Okay, may I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
You too. All right, anyone else ready?
As I'm back from the breakout room, may I approach the bench?
Yes.
Judge Mr. Dominic Blackman, I've related a plea bargain to him. He has 4 new cases, 4 drug cases, with bonds. He also has an MTR on a robbery that has no bond. He has asked me to request from the court if possible to set a bond in his MTR. And the reason is because he's an employer. He rents space at an M&S stop and go. He has 3 employees. He rents space there and he
Mr. Ramos,
yes,
did
ma'am.
you discuss a bond with the state?
I have not, Judge. I'm sorry.
All right,
I
if
have
you'll
not.
discuss a bond with them and see if they're
Certainly.
ready, if they're ready to go forward on that, on an oral motion for a bond, because I don't have a written motion.
No, I
if
don't.
you'll-
I haven't. I haven't
All right.
filed one yet, Judge.
All
He
right,
asked me today.
if you'll go back to the breakout room, a prosecutor will meet you there.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
All right, could a prosecutor meet Mr. Fernando Ramos in breakout room number 2 to discuss a bond for Mr. Blackman, please? All right, Joanne Eckel?
Yes, Judge, I was in a breakout room. I'd like to report back.
Yes.
Judge, apparently my client has an MTR in addition to his new charge. I don't have any paperwork that reflects that I've been appointed on the MTR.
All right, Norma, can you check on that, please?
And Judge, there is some discovery missing on the new case that the prosecutor is going to order. So I guess we would be requesting a short recess. Get
All right.
that.
Well, first, let's do this. Norma, can you check with her appointment on the new case whether or not that's happened?
Yes, ma'am.
I have an appointment on the new case, Judge, just not the MTR.
All right, can you check on the motion to revoke, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, we'll get right to you. Orlando Castagnone?
Yes, Judge. I've conferred with the state. There's some, I believe, discovery that may still be lacking.
On a motion to revoke?
There's 2 new number 1s.
All right, who was the prosecutor you were speaking with?
With
It'll be me, Marcus.
All right, what's going on with the new number 1s?
So they were indicted after our last setting. When I spoke to Orlando last time, he told me that there were videos that needed to be, or that weren't there. I thought that I uploaded them because I still have them on my computer, but I guess it didn't go through. So I have them ready. I just need to either try to upload again or burn them a copy.
I do see 2 new additionals.
No, I have like 10 or 12, I think.
Okay, I only see 2.
All right, how long will that take, Marcus?
It will be there by tomorrow, either uploaded or a physical copy.
Norma, can you recall Quintwan Blocker in 2 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am.
And their discovery issues.
Discovery issues.
Mhm.
Hey, Marcus, I also don't see any pros guides for either one of the new number 1s.
Okay, I'll look into that.
We can do it on the 16th, Judge, April 16th.
All right, so we're going to come back on April 16th and see where we are on the discovery. And Norma, my understanding is that the new cases have been indicted. So if you can make sure all the cases are set together.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And Judge, my client is on bond. He just was released, and I was going to ask I filed a motion in regards to, and I may just be on one of the cases, but that he be allowed to have partial GPS to seek employment.
All right, if you'll go to the breakout room and discuss that with the state, see if you all can have an agreement. If not, then I, of course, will make the call.
Judge, can you make me a co-host?
Yes. All right, and Norma, any update on Joanne Eccles' client?
Yes, ma'am. She was appointed on 3/15 on the
And I'm in
MTR.
breakout room 5, Marcus.
All right, so Joanne, you are appointed on the motion to revoke.
Okay,
All right, and who are you talking to in regards to discovery?
Joe Ray.
Joe Ray?
Yes.
I'm just I'm calling his name on the screen.
Okay.
Joe Ray Garcia?
Judge, he was in a breakout room that I just left. He's still in there.
Okay, let me see.
Ms. Echo, if you want to put your email in the chat, I'll send you the MTR.
Okay, thank you.
Just give us a moment, Joanne, for Joe Ray to come back in, and we will take you right up.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Leo Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
I had a moment to confer with my client. Me and the prosecutor, Mr. Nisbet, have discussed the VR report, and we're just asking that the bonds be kept the same as they originally were set at. She has bonds from a case in January, and then two cases, and then 2 new cases from March that she's already made bond on.
All right, Jessica Johnson, where are you? Jessica Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you need to show your video.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right, so we have issues. The issue we have, and I don't take any of this to be true, but you appear to continue to pick up new cases.
Yes, ma'am.
So my understanding from your attorney is that the state has come to an agreement with them to continue you on the same conditions you're on.
Okay.
However, don't come back here anymore for a violation report with new cases. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do, we're going to have issues.
Right.
All right. And then the other thing is, for court, you need to dress appropriately. Okay?
Okay. Sorry.
But I'll continue you on the same conditions.
Okay.
And you need to stay in contact with pretrial services. And what I'm going to do for pretrial services, I'm going to add that you're going to do Zoom reporting with them at least 2 times per month.
Okay.
How often do you see them?
Right now they just have me checking in every week. So I texted her last week on Wednesday, and then she texted me again this morning.
All right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to continue with weekly Zoom reporting. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, with regards to the other cases, have they given you an idea, Leo, when they will have laboratory testing done?
No, not yet, Your Honor. I believe that the January cases probably will have labs back maybe sometime in April, and then the March ones maybe sometime later on.
All right. Okay. You and your client are excused unless you have someone else with us.
No, that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Joe Ray?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Joanne. He is still in breakout room number 7. Just give us a moment.
And Judge, I conferred on Mr. Blocker's GPS issue.
All right, just give me 1 moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Ted Wood,
Yes, Your Honor.
what is happening with Matthew Stribling?
Judge, I emailed him last night with the Zoom link. He told me to send the Zoom link to a particular address. I sent it there. I've looked for him this morning. I don't see him. I've emailed him again. I have not received a response from him.
Okay, I give everybody till 10:30. It's 10:03.
But Judge,
So-
I have a CPS trial at 10:30.
Oh, you have a trial?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Is there a prosecutor available? Any prosecutor?
Yes, Judge. Marcus.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 273. and 2020 CR 2491, State of Texas versus Matthew Stribling. Can I have parties announced for the record, please?
Marcus Sanders for the state.
For the defense?
Judge, Ms. Taylor should be on your screen somewhere. She's also appointed to Mr. Stribling.
Yes,
Ms.
Judge.
Taylor?
Carly Taylor for Mr. Stribling.
All right.
Judge Ted Wood for Mr. Stribling as well. Thank you.
Thank you. This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:04 a.m. And on March 16th, I saw that this was recalled for today because the defendant's audio was not working properly, and the defendant was instructed to be present in the courtroom. Deputy Laura, has there been a Matthew Thomas Stribling in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, he has not.
Oh, LG Stylo 6, are you Matthew Stribling?
Yes, ma'am. I do apologize that was a name coming up, but yeah, I've been here since like 9:10. He told me to show up a little bit after 9 a.m.
No. Well, they told you to show up in the courtroom, but everyone, here's your client, Mr. Stribling. So I'll send you all to a breakout room to speak with Mr. Stribling. Mr.
Thank you.
Stribling,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you'll go to breakout room number 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, just give me one moment. All right, Joanne Ethel, on your client, Joshua Martinez, did the state give you any indication on Joanne Ethel, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
Okay. Did the state give you any idea on when they would have discovery for you?
I'm sorry, did the state give me any what, Judge?
Any idea when they would have discovery for you?
No, I can tell you it's 911 audio tapes, so I'm not sure how long it takes to get those.
All right, Norma, can we recall Mr. Joshua Martinez so that they can get the 911 audio calls to his attorney?
Yes, ma'am. We can come back on April 9th. Is that enough time?
Well, Norma, you were good with 911 calls. What did you say, Marcus?
I don't think it'll be enough time. I think at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, okay. Norma would always get 911 calls for me right away, but okay. I'm sorry, when?
April 16th?
All right, so we'll see you back, Joanne, on April 16th. Is there anything else that you need?
Not that I'm aware of at this time, Judge.
All right, and your client is in custody, correct?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Martinez, we're going to come back on April 16th. Your attorney needs some discovery, okay? You're muted.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Martinez, we'll see you on April 16th, okay?
All right.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you're excused. And Norman, can you let them know that 13C is excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, Mr. Stolhansky, I'm in breakout 11. Would you bring Mr. Brown in with me?
Mr. Brown will meet you in number 11. Let me put his name, just 1 second. All right, if you'll go back there, he'll meet you there. Cornelius Cox, who do you have? You're muted.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
All right, who do you have?
Lisa Flanagan.
All right, it's
She's,
criminal trial division.
Well, no, Judge, what it is that they put me on docket for a motion for early termination of probation. That's what it says.
All right, yes.
I'll file a motion.
Is there a prosecutor able to confer with him and the probation officer? And it's family violence. Let me see who's here. All right, Cornelius, it will be Joe Ray meeting with you. So I'm going to
thank
send you to breakout room number 3. Just be patient, please. He'll be there.
Yes, ma'am.
And Rebecca, if you could go to breakout room number 3, please. Richard Langlois.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
I sat in a waiting room for about 30 minutes and no one was there, so I'm back with you.
All right, just give me a second. George Schaefer.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to send you to breakout room with your client. Let me find her on the screen. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
Judge,
Ms. Reyes, if you'll go to 4, please.
Judge, can you either make me co-host or send me to the breakout room? I just noticed
Sure.
I wasn't on there.
All right, I made you co-host. Orlando Castagnon.
Yes, Judge. This was on Mr. Blocker's GPS conditions.
Yes. Have you
Yeah.
had a chance to confer?
I did. I spoke with Marcus.
Okay, let me find his phone. Let me see what page he's on. Just give me a second. And which case is he on GPS on?
Yeah, I was just going to take a look at that. I filed it on the MTR, which I was under the belief that that was the case, but it may be on all of them.
All right. To the clerks in the back, could I have the B page on all of Quinton Blocker cases, please?
What was that name again, Judge?
Blocker. He's on the recall docket. He's number 3. If I could have all of those pages for those cases.
Okay, Judge, I'll print them out.
Thank you.
Judge, could you send Matthew Blocker to room 11?
Yes. Matthew Blocker. What? Matthew Blocker?
Oh, sorry, Matthew Brown.
Okay, to number 11. Matthew Brown, if you'll go to 11, please. And Jordan Brown, could you go to breakout room number? Oh, it's there is an attorney who's waiting for you. Let me see where he is. It's Ed Camaro. No, it's not Ed Camaro. Strike that. Let me find it. I signed it in with your name listed.
Was
I
it
think they
Langlois?
may have left out. I'm sorry.
Was it Richard Langlois or someone else?
No, it wasn't Richard Langlois. I think they signed out because I don't see them on the screen anymore.
I don't know. Obviously they'll pop back in at some point if they really need to talk to me. Do you know if Fernando needs to talk to me? He's by himself in breakout room 2. His client's not in there anymore, so I don't know if they figured out what they're doing.
Fernando, breakout room number 2. Yes, you can go there. I don't know what he's
You don't
doing
know.
there.
You don't know if they're accepting the offer or not. Okay, I'll talk to him.
No.
I'll go in there in a sec.
All right,
I do
thank
have an announcement with Mr. Marks.
Yes.
Just back from the breakout room. I guess I'll just run into it, Judge. So basically, we were here less than a month ago, March 4th, which was the first trial setting. We conveyed an offer, but there were some missing videos. I requested them that date. I heard back on March 17th that they did not exist. However, I realized today that the SAPD person looked at the wrong time.
Okay.
And I didn't realize that until I read the email again today. So I resent the request. Additionally, defense is sending me some additional information, and he's asking us to consider PTD. So there's like 3 things on the table. So we're just asking for a regular reset, maybe slightly longer than normal if possible. In case we do PTD, we can maybe knock it out before the next setting. But if not, if you just want to do a regular month-long reset, then we should at least have some updates at that point.
Norma, on Ryan Flores, could you give me a reset date for 45 days, please?
Judge, I agree with everything Mr. Brown just said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay.
It is. We can come back on the 20th, Judge.
April 20th,
May 20th.
May 20th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you and your client back on May 20th.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thanks, Judge. Take care.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. What's the agreement on blocker?
For partial GPS, I think Marcus was fine with like 8 to 5. And should he have, I guess, employment that needs to be adjusted, we could approach after.
Mr. Blocker, you need to unmute. What is your work schedule?
I was a cook. I was a cook at a restaurant. My time varies because the cooks were short. So I'm just able to take any available position. I also have another job offer for a night position. So it's just whatever was available at the time.
State what's your agreement?
The agreement was for 8 to 5. If he provides proof of hours after that, we would be in agreement with that also.
Okay. It's only for work, Mr. Blocker. And I'll give you 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is he working on weekends? Does anybody know?
Mr. Blocker?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Weekends is the prime time for work at this restaurant.
All right, Mr. Blocker, if it's discovered, I'll give you 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. If it's discovered that you're doing more than working, we're going to have a problem. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And defense, if his work schedule changes, just let the court know.
Yes, Judge.
All right, now, what are we doing with the other cases that are on the docket?
With Mr. Blocker or with?
Yes, Blocker, the motion to revoke.
Right, we've been set for April 16th for discovery.
Okay. All right, I didn't write it on both of his cases. All right, we'll see you back on April 16th.
Thank you, Judge. May we be
There's
excused?
nothing else. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Scott Hill.
Orlando Castellano.
Hey. Yes, ma'am, Judge. I'm out of the breakout room with Joe Ray. I have gotten the rest of the discovery I need, and I believe we're still going to need a trial, Judge.
All right, just give me one moment. Just 1 second. Let me sign this motion that's in my box. All right, so discovery has been received.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, recall this for in 1 month. And Mr.
Von Padke.
Von Padke. I feel like Bruce Campbell in his movie where he just mumbles the word and pretends like he's saying it correctly. So what we're going to do, I know you had a plea deadline date, but your attorney is just telling me that he's received all the discovery today. So I always give everybody a plea deadline date, and I like for attorneys to have had all the discovery discussed with you. So I'm going to give you another plea deadline date, but this will be the last plea deadline date, so you can discuss things with your attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, on his case, can you give me a 30-day reset?
May 6th.
May 6th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're going to come back on May 6th, and that will be your last plea deadline date, okay? All right, thank you. If you all don't have anything else, you're excused.
Thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
ma'am. You have a good day.
All right, you too. John Roberson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, what is happening with Mr. Ryan Martinez?
It's a PSI, and I have 2 witnesses, and we're ready. They're present in the courtroom.
All right, why is Mr. Ryan Martinez by Zoom as opposed to in court?
Well, it's the other way around. He's in court. At one point, he was requested to go, so I just sent him to court.
All right, just give me one moment.
And I believe the email requested his presence in court.
Yes, so, but he's on Zoom. Oh, you're Paul Martinez. He's a witness. Okay, I thought your client was Paul Martinez.
Oh, no,
But
Your
is
Honor.
Paul
Ryan-
Martinez is the witness?
No, actually, Jasmine Gonzalez is the other witness.
No, Paul Martinez is a defendant, judge.
And
Jason Gossis is an attorney.
So Ryan Martinez, I have a lot of Martinez's on the screen. That's the problem.
He's in the courtroom, Judge.
All right, thank you. Could you unmute, please? Everyone, could you please mute if you're not a part of this hearing? Who is the prosecutor? Who is the prosecutor on Ryan Martinez?
I believe it was Laura.
Laura's not here.
And I don't know.
All right, just 1 second.
Judge, it looks
It's
like Joe
probably
Ray's
gonna-
in a breakout.
Are you able to, Jordan, are you
I'll
able to
look at it, Judge, to see what the offer is. Obviously, if it's
It's silent.
tested, silent,
It's
yes, then I can
silent,
absolutely
yes.
stand on that. Yes,
All
yes,
right.
Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 2398, State of Texas versus Ryan Daniel Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Jordan Brown for the state.
for the defense?
John Robertson for the defense.
All right, and are you Mr. Ryan Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea of no contest on February 5th. You applied for deferred adjudication. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court deferred finding of guilt. You entered your plea by video and you signed a waiver. Is there any objection to this hearing taking place by video? Defense?
No, Your Honor.
State?
No objection.
All right, Mr. Martinez,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have any objection with this sentencing taking place by video?
No, ma'am.
All right. And for the record, this is one of the in-person days for the 187 District Court, and Mr. Martinez is in the courtroom. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $1,000 fine. The state is remaining silent on your application, and there's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Mavis Martinez. Defense, have you had a chance to review the PSI report?
I have, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections to the PSI report?
I do not have any objections, Your Honor. I just have comments and argument.
All right, then the state is silent. Defense, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. As my first witness, I would like to call Jasmine Gonzalez. She is also present in the court.
All right, to the courtroom, if you could have Jasmine Gonzalez, please come forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gonzalez, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yeah.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna need you to speak up so the court reporter can hear. Could you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Jasmine Milagro Gonzalez.
Defense?
Yes, Jasmine. How long have you known Ryan Martinez?
6 years.
What's your relationship with him?
He is my husband.
So you knew him at the time of the incident, correct?
Yes, sir.
Since the incident, are you aware of any classes or treatment that he has received?
Yes, I know that he was required to take classes through CPS for parenting. And I believe some other classes that they appointed him to that he has completed and has certifications for.
So he completed those classes.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Could you tell the court if he's been working?
Yes, he has been working. He is a dental assistant, a specialty for orthodontics. He provides for our family.
Could you describe for the judge what it is exactly that he does?
Yes, so he is a dental assistant. He works specifically with the dentist in multiple offices. He trains assistants. They rely on him heavily for this position.
Okay. Have you seen any changes in him since the day of the incident?
Yes, sir. Since the classes and everything he's been appointed to do, he has done within the timely manner that they've requested him to. He is an amazing father to his 2 children. We just had our son back in December 30th. He's now 3 months. He takes care of the kids so I can work as well. He's with them all the time and, spends time with them, gets them what they need. He's an amazing father.
Okay. You know that we're here for the judge to decide what happens to Ryan today, correct?
Yes.
Are you requesting the judge to grant him deferred adjudication?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anything that you would like to tell the judge?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yes, you may proceed.
Okay, thank you. He is an amazing father. He's done and will continue to do everything that is asked of him so he's able to remain and provide for his family and to continue to be with us. I believe he deserves that chance to show you guys that he is an amazing father and we need him. Thank you.
Do you have anything else you would like to tell the judge?
No.
No further questions.
All right, the state is silent, but I have a question. What is Martinez's relationship to you?
She is my daughter.
All right, so this is what I have a question for you about, because you're saying that he's an amazing father.
Yes.
So the victim in this case is 2 months old.
Yes.
According to the injuries, it says the victim suffered from several black and purple bruises on her left cheekbone, as well as above her eye and above her ear. X-rays at the hospital revealed the victim had 4 lower recovering extremity fractures to her legs as well. So explain to me, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm trying to understand what a good parent is. Explain to me in any of that where it shows that he's a good parent. That's my question number 1. And my second question is, what possibly could a 2-month-old have done that somebody would injure a 2-month-old and leave them with bruising? So I'm trying to figure out where is his great parenting skills and all of that.
He's learned from all of this and has taken all the classes and everything that's required of him, and he's learned from this, and I don't believe that it would happen again.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Robertson, you call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor, Ryan Martinez.
All right. Mr. Martinez, could you raise your right hand for me? Do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can lower your hand. Defense?
Ryan, please state your name for the record.
Ryan Daniel Martinez?
And you know why we're here today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Judges can make a decision whether or not you receive deferred adjudication.
Yes, sir.
Besides this incident, have you ever been in trouble before with the law?
No, sir.
Okay, let's talk about what you've done since the day of the incident. You got married, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And you had another child since then?
Yes, sir.
Are you all currently living together?
Yes.
As a result of the incident, you were required to participate in a CPS action plan. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you participate in that plan?
Yes, fully.
Could you please describe for the judge what all was entailed in that action plan?
Yes. I was at first, they had told me I had no contact with Jasmine or Mavis Martinez. Also to complete a parenting course, fatherhood campaign. I completed the classes. It was 10 classes in total. Also, after 4 months, I was able to see Mavis again, just very briefly with a witness at hand. I had CPS come to the house to where I was living, make sure, Mavis, was okay, that I was okay, that I was in good behavior. On March of last year, I was able to see Mavis fully without any witnesses or anything, and I had completed the course. So now me and my wife and Mavis are living together with my son as well. Yeah, that's pretty much all CPS had asked of me.
So you completed everything they wanted you to do?
Yes, sir.
How is the family doing now?
We're doing much better than we were when all this happened. When all this happened, my wife had to move. I couldn't see Mavis. I had to live with my mom because I couldn't, I couldn't. I had to start from the ground, and we worked our way back up. We didn't have a car when all this happened. I had to give it up, and we have a car now. We're working on getting another one. We found an apartment. We have another son. I got a promotion on my job, and I'm more happy than I was 2 years ago. And I love my children so much, and I can't live without them. I love them so much, and I love my wife as well. And I don't want her to go through, I don't want her to take care of these kids by themselves. I've been taking care of them when she has been working all day, and I do not want to miss those moments again.
Okay, did you graduate high school?
Yes, sir.
Where did you go?
John Jay High School.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
When?
2010.
Did you attend college after that?
Yes, I had went to Palo Alto College for about a year and Northwest Vista to try and become a early childhood teacher.
And you weren't able to continue because of financial obligations, correct?
Yes.
However, subsequent to that, you went back to school. Could you describe to the judge what that was for?
Yes, I went to Concord College for my dental assisting certification.
When did you obtain your dental assistant certification?
In 2018.
Are you working with that certification now?
Yes, sir.
Where are you working?
I work for Pacific Dental Services. It's also called Smile Generation. My main office, sorry.
Could you describe for the court what you do?
Yes, I'm a registered dental assistant for the orthodontics. I have to treat patients with orthodontic treatment with braces, Invisalign, expanders. I have to work with children, adults, train new assistants, help the doctor chairside, also schedule and take inventory as well. So I'm pretty much, I need to be there for things to kind of work.
Okay. Could you describe how your life has changed since the day of the incident?
Yes, very much so. I do not take anything for granted anymore. I love what I have, even if it's nothing. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy to be with my children, happy to be with my wife, with my family. That's all I ask for, is to be with them and to be, you know, here with them, and I'm grateful to have a job and have an apartment, a car. I'm just grateful to be with them.
So are you willing to do whatever the judge tells you to do?
I'll do anything to be with them.
Through CPS, you already took parenting classes, correct?
Yes.
If the judge were to order you to go to anger management, you would do that?
Yes.
If she told you to go to stress education class, you'd do that?
Yes.
If she told you to do more parenting classes, you're willing to do that?
Yes.
You're willing to do whatever, you're ready, willing, and able to do whatever she tells you to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the judge to grant you deferred adjudication?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything you would like to tell the judge?
Just to give me another chance with my children. This will never happen again. I've grown so much as a parent since this happened, and my wife has seen that. My kids have seen that. They come up to me every time I walk in the door. They smile and are happy to see me, and I am so happy to see them as well. I do not want to miss any more time with my children, and I love them so much, and I hope you could just give me another chance.
Do you have anything else you would like to tell the judge?
No, sir.
No further questions.
All right, Mr. Martinez, what happened? Why did your 2-year-old have all these injuries?
Well, I had gave her, my wife had left and to get food, and I was rushing to give her a bath, and I dropped her on the bathtub, and she was just crying and crying, and instead of telling Jasmine what happened, I was scared, and I was scared to tell her that I dropped her, and she started, her bruises started to show up, and I got scared, and we ended up calling a doctor's online doctor, and he said to say,
but here's the problem with your story. They're saying that she had 4 lower recovering extremity fractures. So we have the lower extremity fractures in the leg, and then we have the injuries to the left cheekbone, as well as above her eye and above her ear.
well, her lower, I have no idea about that. I was trying to find anything I could at the hospital when she was born, because they did have difficulty getting her out. And when the officer told me about that, I was really confused. I thought he was just trying to like tell me something to get me to say something. And
Well, no, this is what it says right here. When the officer mentioned the victim having 4 healing fractures to her legs, the defendant, that's you, stated that he was holding the victim and demonstrated holding the victim with his left arm as he was sitting down, and somehow the victim's legs became twisted in his legs and he knew she was injured.
well, I felt like he took that for more than what I said, because I told him that her leg, as she was sitting on me, her leg got twisted under my leg. And I feel like he just felt like I did something horrible. But to me, it was just something very minor. And there's no way that when that happened, that her leg could have broke like that. And
Okay.
this was also about two weeks before this incident happened. So there was no way, if it was a recovering injury like that, that her legs could have been fractured.
All right. Anything else from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor, if I might ask a few follow-up questions.
Yes.
Ryan, did you intentionally injure your child?
No, sir.
And you realize that when you accidentally dropped your child, you made a mistake and you should have told someone immediately, right?
Yes. If I would do it all over again, like I would do things different and say right away what happened. I made that mistake. Yes.
You realize it also doesn't look good that you tried to tell him it was a bug bite.
Yes, sir.
Had you ever been a father before this?
No.
Were you afraid, scared, freaking out?
All the above. I was really scared. I was really scared.
Do you think you handled this incident correctly?
No, not at all.
If you had it all over to do again, would you do it differently?
Yes, what I would do differently is give her a bath like an infant should and not give her a shower. So this would not have happened at all.
Do you believe that the classes that CPS sent you to helped you?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to do whatever classes the judge orders you to do?
Yes, sir.
You would like to receive additional classes, correct?
I'll do whatever it takes so I can be with my children.
Do you have anything else you would like to tell the judge?
Just, I just want to be with them, and I love them and they love me, and we have such a strong bond, and I don't want that to go away.
Okay, no further questions.
All right. Thank you. Do you have any other witnesses?
I do not, Your Honor, only argument.
All right. I'll hear argument.
Yes, Your Honor. You heard both Jasmine and Ryan testify. And since the incident, Jasmine and he have got married. They're both living with both their children. Both the PSI and Jasmine and my client verified that since the incident, he successfully completed the CPS action program. He completed parenting classes. Jasmine reiterated that she wants Ryan to receive probation. She's seen a great amount of change in him since this incident. She believes that the classes were good for him. She actually, I believe she said that he's grown from it and turned his life around. We heard from, and she requested, Your Honor, to grant him deferred adjudication. We learned from Ryan that he's a high school graduate. He attended 2 different colleges. Because of money, he couldn't finish, so he went to Concord Career College. He's now a certified dental assistant. He has been doing that for the last 3 years. He's working to provide the family. Jasmine has seen big changes in him. My client states that he realizes that he didn't handle this situation to the best of his ability. My client has no prior criminal history. In his statement, he stated that he was taking a shower with the baby and dropped her. He knows that he shouldn't have been doing that. He also realizes he should have immediately reported it. I believe that he has learned from this incident. We've got no priors. He's a hard worker. I recommend that you grant Ryan Martinez deferred adjudication. The TAP says that he doesn't meet the qualifications for substance abuse. I don't believe he's a drug user. I would suggest that you follow any and all of the TRAS recommendations to give him on the deferred adjudication, anger management, stress education, parenting. He's willing to do whatever it takes. I would request that you give him the deferred adjudication.
All right. Court's going to deny your application, find you guilty, sentence you to $1,000 fine, time and money will run concurrent. There should be no harmful or injurious contact with Mavis Martinez, and I'll sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility and give you credit for any time served. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it? Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement and I'm actually giving you something less than you bargained for, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Martinez, good luck to you. All right,
Thank you, Honor.
Mr.
May I be
Robertson,
excused?
yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Ed Camaro, have you seen someone on Alexis Morganfield?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I talked to a prosecutor and they were opposed to any change in the bond conditions.
All right, then you'll need to file a motion.
I did.
Have you filed a motion on this?
Yes, I have.
All right, let me grab it just one moment. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, who's the prosecutor you were conferring with?
DeRoy, I guess his name is.
Who?
Yes, Judge. I talked to him.
All right, we're going to go on the record. Where's Alexis Morganfield?
He should be here. Yeah, he was on the air.
Alexis Morganfield. All right, as soon as your client comes back, I'll hear it.
Judge, I don't see it on the docket for the day.
No, he was on Zoom, Mr. Morganfield.
Yeah, he was there earlier. Let me call him on the telephone and see what the problem is, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Is that him? No, that's him.
And Brittany Reyes, have you been sworn in?
Not yet.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go to a breakout room. If you'll go back to breakout room number 4.
Okay.
And George Schaefer, you go to number 4. And if one of the clerks, if you could go to breakout room number 4 to see if all the paperwork is done.
Yes, Judge, I'll go in there.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Is there anyone else who has paperwork?
Yeah, approach, Your Honor.
Yes.
I'll be put in a breakout room with my client, breakout room 2.
All right, Mr. Blackman, if you'll go back to breakout room number 2, please. All right, Gammon Gwen, who are you here for?
I'm here for Mr. Narvaez, Your Honor.
How do I go to the breakout room?
All right. All right, is Mr. Narvaez in criminal trial division, Gammon, or family violence?
Judge, he was, I'm so sorry, I didn't have my, I believe he's trial division, Your Honor.
All right, could a prosecutor from criminal trial division go to a breakout room and speak with Mr. Gwynn? I'm going to send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ted Wood, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, what is happening with your client?
Judge, Mr. Stribling is in the process of trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do. We're asking for another 2-week reset.
All right, just one moment. Ed Camaro, I'm not going to speak to your client today. He's inappropriately dressed. I don't know why he thinks that that T-shirt that he has on is some sort of appropriate dressing.
Judge, I can't see him. Can you put it on the screen? I can't see it.
Oh, no, he's signed out. I guess he's going to go put on something other than a T-shirt with no sleeves.
Okay, so if he does that, can we come back on?
I'll consider it.
Okay.
Judge,
I
I don't
will
even see
cross
on
the
the
bridge
docket
when
for
we
a
actually
hearing
see
today.
him.
Pardon me, Judge?
I said, we'll cross that bridge when I actually see him.
Okay,
And
thank you.
Norma, is Alexis Morganfield on the docket? There seems to be some confusion about whether or not he's actually.
Yeah, I just forgot to add it on the docket, Judge. It's on Sieges.
Okay, it's on Sieges, everybody. All right.
We have to check Sieges for every case now, or?
Yes, we do.
Judge.
All right, Gerardo
Judge.
Flores. Just 1 second, Jason, guys. What is happening with Jimmy Wood?
Can I have a breakout room with Mr. Wood? Please?
No relation.
Which
Judge.
breakout room are you in?
I was an 8.
All right, Mr. Wood, if you'll go to breakout room number 8, please. Ted Wood, what is happening with your client?
Judge, Mr. Stribling, I gotta take some of the responsibility, Judge. I forgot that you told him to be in the courtroom. I told him to be on Zoom, so that's kind of sort of up to me.
All
Although
right,
he was
just one moment.
okay.
No, we don't want to bother you. We just want to.
Thanks. All right. All right, I am so sorry. We are back. Ted Wood and Carly Taylor.
So Mr. Stribling is asking me and asking Ms. Taylor and myself if we could request from the court another 2-week reset.
Why are we getting a reset?
Judge, Mr. Stribling is trying to make a decision in terms of his medication and possible impact that incarceration may have on his medication regimen. He needs to, I told him that he without giving away trial strategy, Judge, or being unethical, I think he needs to get some documentation letters from his doctors that prescribe his medication.
Matthew Stribling, could you unmute for me, please?
His offer expires.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a reminder.
Thank you. So we have been on this case since June 30th with settings. So June 30th, November 10th, February 9th, March 16th, March 17th, because your audio was not working and you were supposed to be present in court today. So today is the day. Are you accepting the offer or rejecting the offer, Mr. Stribling? It's complete.
Judge, if I
Yes,
could
ma'am. No, I understand.
really quickly, those court dates that you called out, that's the possession case that I'm appointed on.
Yes.
So I believe this family violence case was indicted right before our last court setting, which was, did you say, I believe March 17th. I think it got indicted right before then.
March 11th.
Yes, that's correct. And he was present in court at the last setting So I didn't recall him being ordered to
Okay,
appear.
so let me ask you this. Have you all received all the discovery in each of these cases?
I can only speak for mine. I've received all of my discovery, Judge.
Mr. Wood, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Norma, on Mr. Stribling, recall his case in 2 weeks. After that, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements.
What did
So-
Mr. Martin say the expiration was?
I'm sorry, what?
It was today. Ted.
Yes.
It was the end of the month.
So what I'm telling you is the courts, whatever the state offers, that's what they offer. The plea deadline date for this court, for any agreements that you reach with the state, the plea deadline date is what date, Norma?
April 15th.
So the plea deadline date is April 15th. If the state has decided to change their offer from today, then that's between you and the state. I don't interfere with whatever plea bargain agreements you reach, but the court does have its deadlines, and the deadlines for a plea in each of these cases is April 15th. After April 15th, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court.
Understood.
All right, is there anything else?
Could you put me in a breakout room with Mr. Martin for just a second, Judge?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing, Judge.
Yes. If you all would go back to breakout room number 6, and David Martin, if you could go to breakout room number 6, please.
And after that, Judge, may we be excused?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Ed Kamara.
Yes.
My client is back with a shirt on with sleeves.
All right, just give me one moment. Jason Goss, who do you have?
Yes, Your Honor, I have Paul Martinez. We have most of the paperwork in, but I think I'm missing the court paperwork, and we have to have, like, I guess, an acknowledgement of sex offender registration paperwork
All
as
right.
well. That he
If
needs
you
to
will
sign.
give that information to Norma Ferguson, your client's email address, she'll get that paperwork to you.
Okay,
Judge,
thank
can
you,
put
Judge.
me in number 6, please? I had to leave Zoom and come back.
Okay, let me just find you. There you are.
Thank you, Judge.
And Paul Martinez, if you'll go to breakout room number 2, and Jason Goss, if you'll go to number 2. And David Martin, if you could go to breakout room number 6, please.
And as I tie up what I'm doing for Scott Simpson, I can go there.
All right, thanks. Yes, Megan.
Can I go to a breakout room with our client, Tracy Gomez? I'm here for John Kuntz on Tracy Gomez.
I'll send you to breakout room number 3. Tracy Gomez, if you could go to breakout room number 3, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Kenneth Baker, who's your client?
Good morning, Your Honor. He's Zapata. He should be in the courtroom. This is his sentencing today. We came back because it's going to be a to-do.
All right, just give me one moment. We'll take that up. Courtroom, is Zapata in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, he's not.
He's not here yet. If you want to call him and find out where he is.
I will, Your Honor, and I'll report back to the court.
All right, Alexis Morganfield, could you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Why do you think wearing a t-shirt with no sleeves is an appropriate attire for the courtroom?
Oh, well, at the moment, I don't really have anything here to like wear. So I kind of been like in the same clothes, but I had muscle shirts because it was kind of cheap. So I just threw a muscle shirt on. But when I talked to the lawyer, he said this was okay. He said,
all right, don't ever appear in courtroom with a sleeveless shirt again. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, who is the prosecutor on Alexis Morganfield?
I spoke to Joe Ray and he.
I can do it, Judge.
Okay. All righty.
Okay, Judge, Tom, back from County Court 5, can you please put
yes,
Antonio Narvaez into breakout room 5, please?
All right, it is done.
Thank you.
I brought you honor at your convenience.
Just give me one moment.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 1804 and 2021 CR 1805. If I can have parties announced for the record for the state,
Aaron Martin.
for the defense.
Ed Kamara, Judge.
All right, and are you Alexis Morganfield, and you need to show your face?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, ma'am.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Alexis Morganfield, you need to find a position, remain stationary. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to let my phone charge before it had went. I couldn't sit it down. That's why I was holding it up. I'm sorry about that.
All right, well, just stop moving around. That's my request.
Oh,
and if you can show your face.
Oh.
So we're here. The defense has filed a motion to alter and amend conditions of pretrial release in each of the cases. State, do you have objections to allowing the defendant to work? Obviously, he does need a haircut because one of the requests is that he'll be allowed to get a haircut. And are you asking?
I don't see it filed in the other case. I only see it in the 1805 case.
All right, I have it for both. In both, he's asking for the same thing, to allow the defendant to get a haircut and to seek employment. So is there any objections to perhaps allowing him to seek employment, but putting him on a curfew?
Yes, ma'am, please.
I'm not speaking to you, Mr. Morganfield.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, at this time, Judge, we would object to any modification of his GPS. Not only does he have those two cases, but he also has awaiting trial on a robbery, a retaliation. He's awaiting indictment on an unauthorized use of a vehicle. He has 3 county court theft cases and a criminal trespass to private property case. So we think all of those, it's best that he remain confined to his residence for the safety of the community and everybody's belongings that they work hard for to have money and buy.
No.
Why are you shaking your head? See, this is why there are issues with you, because you don't know how to behave. Now, has anyone asked you any questions?
Oh, ma'am.
So why are you making responses and shaking your head?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing and start doing better. It appears that if you know better, you should be doing better. You understand? So I don't want to tell you again that you are not to make responses unless someone specifically asks a question of you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
State, what are the dates on the new offenses?
Well, they're actually old offenses, Judge. I can go through them chronologically. It looks like August 8th. Well, that's an old theft. I don't know why that's still on there, but August 8th, 2018 for one of the thefts. September 16th, 2019. October 1st, 2019. October 31st, 2018 for the unauthorized use of a vehicle. Robbery is October 11th, 2019. Retaliation is October 14th, 2019. One of the sexual assault of a child is March 29th, 2020. The other one is April 30th, 2020. And the criminal trespass is December 21st, 2020.
All right, Mr. Kamara, I'll hear your argument, unless you have a witness you wish to call.
No, I would like to have the defendant explain to the court, but basically, what he's asking for is just the ability to get out and just get a haircut, that he needs a haircut, and then also he wants to seek employment. And he has no way of supporting himself, he has no means of support whatsoever, and he can't be locked up in his house without the ability to work. That's all he's asking. Just he would be willing to submit to any type of restrictions that would allow him to just get out and seek employment. And if the court wishes, the defendant would probably like to address the court, and perhaps he can explain it as well, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court will deny the motion partially in each of the cases. The court will ask that the GPS fees be waived and that he be placed on the indigent list. If you would like to come back in 2 months and let's see if your client can do better with his behavior when he's on Zoom or in the 187 District Court, and I'll reconsider. But at this time, it'll be denied.
Oh, Miss, how am I gonna?
What did I tell you about your behavior?
Miss, can I talk now, please?
What did I tell you about your behavior?
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't even say anything wrong. I'm just trying to see how can I support myself. I'm finna get kicked out of this apartment. I can't even do nothing. Them is old cases, miss. They can't even use those. Them is old, 2018. I have not gotten no trouble since. Nothing. I've been doing good. I ain't got in no trouble since 2018, miss. I should be able to at least support myself. My behavior on Zoom, miss, I owned up to the whole thing on Zoom. I just said, I'm sorry. All I did was shake my head. They're trying to keep me in the house, miss. I'm just trying to just let y'all know I really need some help, miss. I can show you this paper, miss. Look what they just said on my rent. They just said this on my rent, miss. You are to owe an extra $250, miss. I owe $300. I mean, I owe $300 plus $1,000 in rent, miss. That I can't even support myself. I have no food in here, nothing. They're holding little bitty small cases against me, miss. That retaliation, all of that, miss. I didn't even. That's man, miss. I'm telling you, miss. Not a bad person to be stuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying.
Number, can you give us a reset date on these cases for 2 months, please?
God.
Thank you, Judge.
Sorry, Judge, you said 2 months?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second.
What? 2018.
We can come back on June 10th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on June 10th. Mr. Camara, and based upon your defendant's action, the court may reconsider its ruling.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Will we excuse?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, are the parties here on Brittany Reyes?
Counsel for defendants present, Your Honor.
And who is the prosecutor?
It had been Jordan Brown.
All right, I think there's Jordan. Brittany, are you ready? Ms. Reyes, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay.
Court is calling 2021 CR 1170, State of Texas versus Brittany Louise Reyes. If I can have parties announced for the record, please, for the state.
Jordan Brown for the state.
For the defense.
George Schaefer for defendant, Your Honor.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state or the defense?
No objection from the state.
No objections, Your Honor.
Ms. Reyes, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Before we continue, Ms. Reyes?
Yes,
Ms.
Your
Reyes,
Honor. Yes,
if
Your
you're
Honor.
drug tested today, what are the results going to be? Because you are going to get drug tested today.
Okay, dirty.
What are you going to be dirty for?
Marijuana.
And what else?
That's
Here's the thing, be honest, because you're gonna get drug tested today. So other than marijuana, what else are you gonna be positive for?
That's it.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm gonna send you to a drug test right now. George, have you been able to communicate with your client? She appears very high to the court.
I have not communicated regarding her present status.
All right, would you speak to her about that and see if there are some issues? Because she appears as though she's on some sort of substance that's not a legal substance, and it appears to be more than marijuana.
Yes, Your Honor. Will you put us into a breakout room?
Yes, I will. Ms. Reyes, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2 with your attorney. All right, Raymond Vale, who are you here for?
Morning, Judge. I'm here on Mariano Alice. It was supposed to be a dismissal. Be turned in.
State, are you aware of that? It's on page 1. It's 2020 CR 3671. It's a family violence case.
Looking it up now, Judge.
All right, while they look into that, Will Brooks.
Hi, Judge. I don't know. Of course, we're here on a VR, Your Honor, but we do have an agreement to resolve both this and the subject of the VR, which is the new arrest for a VPO.
All right, if you'll put that in the chat box, Norma, we'll take care of it. And everyone, just give me 3 minutes, please.
Raymond, the dismissal was sent yesterday and signed.
Okay, awesome. That works.
All right, so anyone have any updates on the Raymond Vale case?
Yes, Judge. I sent it in yesterday and it was signed.
Okay, so Raymond Vale, it's been signed.
Thank you, Judge. I may be excused.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you. Cornelius Cox, did you have a chance to confer with the state on your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there an agreement or no?
Well, they have, and I'll let them speak for themselves, but I think the exact wording is that they're not going to oppose whatever the court does.
All right, so Rebecca, can you send me, you may have already sent it, documentation on Lisa Flanagan?
No, this was added on, so I don't know. Probation never sent the request, so that would came from the attorney, Mr. Cox.
Okay.
For the
Can you
early
get that email? Can I talk to Cornelius again, Judge? There's some new information.
And also, Cornelius, on that case, I'll need like some input from the complainant as well, since it's a family violence case. And if you go to breakout room number 1.
All right. All right.
Thank you. And is there anyone else ready?
Approach,
Judge,
Honor. Fernando
All right.
Ramos.
Yes, Fernando.
Judge, we have talked to ADA Jordan Brown. He has recommended doubling of the original.
This is just a bond agreement or something?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, it's a few things. I'll run through very briefly. He's remanded without bond on a deferred, so he's entitled to a bond. Original's 15. We agreed to double to 30, which gives him a total of 75 with all of the new cases. But it's also, as far as the MTR goes, the state has made alternative offers. It's our understanding that he does not want to accept those today. The state is aware, obviously, the court likes to reset for contested. However, the new offenses are drug cases from early March. The state's request would be a 30-day reset for a non-contested setting. That way, if we are able to work something out, we do. If not, by the following setting, if that was set as contested, we should hopefully have drug results available to proceed to the contested setting.
All right, Mr. Ramos, are you okay with having a 30-day reset?
We're okay with a 30-day reset, Judge. We also like to have the bond set in the MTR so that he can take care of his employees.
No, I'm going to agree to the
Okay.
bond conditions that you all have agreed to. But I
Okay,
just want to
great.
make sure you're okay, because normally what the court will do is the court will set it in 30 days for a contested motion to revoke. But the state doesn't believe they will have the laboratory reports back. So are you okay with just resetting it for 30 days? And then at that 30-day mark, the court will give you a contested setting if there is no agreement.
We agree to that, Judge.
All right, Norma, on Mr. Blackman, can you give me a 30-day reset? And to the clerks in the back, if I could have the B page on 2019 CR 9329.
Yes, Judge, I'll take it right now.
Judge, this is just gonna be a regular reset, correct? You said?
Yes.
Okay. We can come back on. We can do April 28th.
All right, so we'll see you back on April 28th.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, and I'll set his bond at the agreed 30,000.
Thank you, Judge.
And Norma, can you let them know 13A can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
And George Schaefer, is your client ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you think she's okay to go forward?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, Brenda, we're going to go back on the record. And Jason Goss, do you have all of your paperwork ready?
I have sent it. I've signed it. It's gone to my client. He's trying to look in his email right now, but I did not see the sex offender condition or the sex offender admonishments in the paperwork.
Okay, just give me a moment. All right, Ms. Reyes, if you could unmute yourself, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we took a recess because to the court, the defendant appeared to be under the influence of a controlled substance. The defendant states she's under the influence of marijuana. I allowed for defense counsel to take a break to speak with his client. Defense, do you believe your client is able to proceed and has a understanding or competency to proceed today?
I do, Your Honor.
And Ms. Reyes, would you like to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to plea by video. I'm sorry, Brandon, let me correct that. The court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Ms. Reyes, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, I'm showing you acknowledgement and discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Reyes, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Reyes, I'm showing you a document entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your
Yes,
attorney?
ma'am.
Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated with a child under 15 years old? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering into this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Reyes, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $1,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision, the DWI victim impact, DWI education, 1 year Texas driver's license suspension, and parenting classes. Did you understand that to be the recommendation from the state in the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 80 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, Judge. State offers states one and attachments.
Any objections?
No objections, Judge.
Ms. Reyes, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call on the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, the state has made a recommendation. We would ask the court to simply follow the plea agreement that was made with the defendant. She has a relatively new SID number, so there's no significant prior history that I'm aware of.
All right, Ms. Reyes, how old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have two, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Where are they?
They live with me.
Are you with your children by yourself at home now?
No, with their father.
Are you employed?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Because I have no one to take care of the children.
All right, but you're not in any shape to be taking care of any children. How far did you go in school?
She gets out of 3.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
How far did you go into school? Did you graduate high school?
Oh, no, ma'am, 10th grade.
Why didn't you graduate?
Because I had my daughter.
And how old were you when you had your first child?
16.
So what do you do with your life other than smoke marijuana?
Be with my kids.
So then where, I'm sorry, what?
And I'm looking for a job at the moment.
Is Child Protective Services involved in your life?
No, ma'am.
I think they should be. I have no authority to tell them to get involved in your life, but you're smoking marijuana, you're taking care of children. Your life right now is sort of a train wreck, but I'm going to try to help you get on track. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, but can I not have CPS?
Okay, I can't see that. Here's the problem. One, I have a violation report on you saying that there are some scram issues, right? So obviously you're probably still drinking alcohol, you're doing marijuana. I don't have any control. Here's the thing, I don't have any control over CPS. What I'm telling you is I don't know why the reason Child Protective Services is not involved in your life. Because the person that I have before me is a parent who's using marijuana and maybe something else. I think it's more than just marijuana. If I'm wrong when you do your UA today, I will personally apologize to you. But a person in your state should not be taking care of children.
But I'm not a criminal.
All right, let me help you understand this. If you're hiring a babysitter for your children, and let's say I come to your door, I'm the Black Mary Poppins, everybody loves me. I've been recommended to take care of your children. You give me a probationary period and you say, my children like you, we want to hire you. And when you get ready to hire me, I tell you, oh, by the way, I did use marijuana today. And I know you want me to take care of your children today. So do you continue to leave and go wherever you need to go and leave me, a person who you know is high on marijuana, take care of your children?
No.
So that's the situation I have. Although you're not the Mary Poppins, you're just somebody who didn't complete high school for whatever reason and on probation that I'm going to give you for DWI with your 5th violation from scram. And you knew you had court today and you come to court high on marijuana. So this is what I'm doing. And the only reason why CPS is not involved right now, because your husband is there. Hopefully he's not using marijuana as well. I'm going
No.
to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. It'll be suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $1,000 fine that'll be probated. The DWI Victim Impact Panel, DWI Education, 1 year Texas driver's license suspension. And I want intensive parenting classes for her. There's going to be outpatient treatment with probation.
So I'm getting probation.
Yes. I'm going to do 100 hours of community service restitution, or that will be waived if you complete parenting classes, but you will complete those parenting classes. If you do not, you could find yourself at the state jail facility for 2 years. You are going to obtain your GED or get in some type of trade school or something. Rebecca, I'm going to want weekly UAs, tests for levels, and your levels need to start going down. And she's going to be on scram until further notice.
But I haven't drank. Has it showed up I drank?
You're going to be on scram until further notice, because right now, where we are, your level of sobriety is non-existent right now. So until I feel as though you can be trusted, you're going to remain on scram. I'm going to want weekly Zoom reporting. And Rebecca, I hate to do it to probation, but I'm going to need field visits at our house at least 3 times per month. And it's going to need to be all random so we can see how the children are doing.
I'm sorry, Judge, you said 3 times a month?
Yes.
Okay.
And Rebecca, that can, probation, I'll consider changing that once she is 100% clean and sober. And we'll do random UAs. And you know what? Let's do a referral to felony drug court, because they should be able to help her get her life in order. And Rebecca, could you let them know that she seriously needs to be in felony drug court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Rebecca, is there anything else she needs?
Proof of employment.
Yes. I'm going to do proof of employment within 30 days. Ms. Reyes, if you can find time to smoke marijuana, that means that you're not appropriately supervising your children, so you might as well get employment. Ms. Reyes, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Reyes, we're off the record. I know you may think Judge Boyd is being hard on you, but here's the thing. You've got to be a better role model for your children, right?
But I'm not a bad mom.
No, here's the thing. This is what you are so far into your addiction that you don't realize that that's an oxymoron. You cannot be a good parent to your children if you're high. And right now you're high. So right now you're not being a good mom to your children. That's not saying that you can't at some point become a great mom to your children, but right now you're not doing well. So I'm going to help you, and I'm going to give you all the tools you need to become the great mom that your children deserve. Whether or not you do it, that's completely up to you. I'm going to send you to a breakout room, and Mr. Schaefer, you're excused unless you wish to stay around.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Rebecca, she's in breakout room number 1.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Corrado on Jimmy Wood.
Yes, Your Honor. May I have a breakout room with Ms. Williamson?
All right. Let me see where you are. If you go to breakout room number 7 in Alexander, if you go to 7.
Thank you.
Judge, can I go to a breakout room with Jordan Brown, please?
Let me see where you are. If you go to breakout room number 2, Jordan, if you go to breakout room number 2.
Thank you.
I can't, Judge. I lost my power when I lost the internet.
Okay, there you go. It's like a Marvel superhero who's lost his powers. That was your kryptonite leaving the main room. All right, Kenneth Baker, who are you here for?
Yes, Judge, I was checking for you on the status of Mr. Zepeda, who was supposed to be in the courtroom this morning for his to-do sentence. I've called him a couple times and emailed him. I have no response at this point.
All right, Jordan, before you leave, could you handle this for me very quickly, please?
Yes, Judge.
I'm here, Judge.
Oh, Marcus is here. Thanks, Jordan, though. Brenna, court is calling 2015 CR 7848, State of Texas versus Juan P. Zepeda. Got a parties announced for the record for the state.
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense.
Eric Baker for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It's now 11:34 a.m. Deputy Laura or Deputy Mejia, has there been a Juan Pete Zepeda in the courtroom at all today?
No, Your Honor, he has not.
And he has not been on the Zoom screen. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
Your Honor, I have not. I've tried in multiple methods to contact him and have not heard from him this week.
All right, state.
We're asking that you forfeit his bond and issue a warrant.
That'll be granted, and I'll remand your client without bond. If you're able to get in touch with your client, we'll, of course, have your hearing.
Thank you, Judge. I will keep trying.
Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anyone else ready?
Judge, is there a Paul Martinez in the chat? I mean, so I can swear him in really quick in the breakout room. I have all his paperwork.
Paul Martinez?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. The clerk will swear you in. I'll send you to breakout room number 4. Were you previously in a breakout room, Mr. Martinez?
To speak to my lawyer, Your Honor.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you.
Raymond Martinez?
Judge, I've spoken to my client just what my office did in a few minutes ago. He's supposedly parking his car, so he should be in the building in a few minutes, I hope. He's set for sentencing this morning.
All right, Matthew Brown?
Yes, Your Honor. If I could have a breakout room with prosecutors to discuss Andrew Pena, please.
All right, is he criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial division.
All right, if a prosecutor could meet with Mr. Brown in breakout room number 6, please.
Thank you.
Yes. Paul Martinez, you need to go to the breakout room. You're muted.
Nothing came up. I wasn't prompted to.
Yes, I sent you there.
How did I
Excuse
didn't?
me, clerk, just 1 second.
Right.
Robert, can you come back to the main room and just swear in Mr. Martinez from the main room, please?
For the,
Ted Wood, you're back.
yes, Your Honor. Judge Garcia sends his best.
All right, thank you. Just give me a moment. Robert, go ahead and swear in Mr. Martinez.
Where is he at? I can't see him on here.
He's right here in the picture.
Okay, I see him. Mr. Martinez, can you raise your right hand for me? And you are Paul Martinez, the defendant listed in this case?
Yes.
Okay, I have 2 documents here with me. First one's going to be the court admonishments. Next one's going to be the court stipulations. Did your attorney explain to you these documents, and is everything listed true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
It's also your desire to enter into a plea today and waive your right to a jury trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can go ahead and lower your hand down now.
Okay. Ted Wood, you're back?
Yes, yes, Judge.
Yes, what are we doing with your client?
So Mr. Martinez, Mr. Martin very graciously agreed to extend the offer to the 15th.
Okay.
We'll be coming back on the 15th. Judge, do you want Mr. Stribling in court or is Zoom okay?
If his equipment is not working properly, then he'll need to be in court.
Okay, but if it is, he can Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. May I impose on the court to put me in a breakout room with him briefly, Judge? And then be excused?
Yes, and your client can be excused from that breakout room as well.
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
Stribling, I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
send you to breakout room number 4. Let me just find you on the screen.
And on the last time, Your Honor, there was construction right here on the street by my apartment, and I was causing the mishap with the audio and everything.
You're in breakout room number 4. All right, Gerardo on Jimmy Wood.
Yes, Judge, I conferred with Ms. Williamson, and I had requested some discovery, which they have found. They're basically interview videos of witnesses that I conferred with my client. And I just wanted to ask, it shouldn't take that long. I mean, I wanted to ask if I could get at least a 30-day reset regarding his case.
All right, Norma, on Jimmy Wood, can you give them a 30-day reset? And that 30-day reset will be your plea deadline date. And I'm only extended it because you're saying that the videos are new.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
We can come back on April 5th. Oh, I'm sorry, May 5th.
All right, we'll see you on May 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be
All right.
excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are the parties ready on Paul Martinez?
Defense is ready.
Okay. Who's the prosecutor who's available to take this case? David Martin, Joe Ray Garcia.
Judge, I can take it. I'm not privy to the agreement, though.
All right, I'll put the agreement on the record.
Thank you.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 4990, State of Texas versus Paul Andrew Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia for the state.
For the defense?
Jason Goss for the defense.
All right, are you Paul Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No objections.
Defense, any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney, and did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you a document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review that discovery with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, it appears you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to show you a document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
What you're charged with is sexual assault. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
I do, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court would find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are
Yes,
you a
Your Honor.
U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting a $1,000 fine. There's an affirmative finding that you are only eligible for deferred adjudication. The state is recommending deferred adjudication. And there's Chapter 62 compliance. Did you understand that with this offense, you will have to register as a sex offender?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that's a lifetime registration?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement with the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I
State, is
will.
that the- Yes,
I'm sorry if I could add something. As part of the plea bargain, Laura also asked that he not be a masseuse any longer, and he has already given up that license, and he does not work as a masseuse.
all right, thank you. State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
My knowledge, yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Tara, T-A-R-A Johnson, and you are to forfeit your massage license, and you're prohibited from working as a massage therapist. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. I do.
Then to the offense is charging the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all its attachments.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. As you've just read the documents, you understand that what Paul's been accused of, what he's now pled no contest to. Paul was a masseuse. He had a good relationship with this person before this happened. This is a case where Paul made a grievous error in interpreting interpreting the signs and the signals that he was getting. He understands that he made a terrible error in his interpretation, and he understands that it caused pain. And based upon this plea, as you can see, Paul has never had any problems before. He will now have to be a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. He will never work as a masseuse again. And we are asking you to accept this plea that's been offered and agreed to by the state based on the mitigating circumstances, while still understanding that he has the type of punishment that this court can be satisfied and the victim is satisfied that he deserves based upon his actions.
All right, Rebecca, I noticed that you're back in the room. This is Paul Andrew Martinez. It's 2020 CR 4990. He's charged with sexual assault. The court has found there's sufficiency to find him guilty. However, the court is deferring finding of guilt and following the plea bargain agreement, sentencing him to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,000 fine that will be probated. Chapter 62 compliance, 100 hours of community service restitution. There's to be no contact with Tara Johnson. He is to forfeit his massage license. And outside the agreement, it says that you're not to work as a massage therapist. You're not to work as a massage therapist. And Mr. Martinez, even though you're not working as a massage therapist, you are not to give massages to people, period. Do you understand? Proof of employment within 15 days. My understanding, because you're going to be a registered sex offender, they do not have any community service hours that you can do. So because the court has probated your $1,000 fine, in lieu of the 100 hours of community service restitution, the court is going to ask for a $500 donation.
Yes, Your Honor.
To the San Antonio Food Bank. Defense, do you have any objections to the defendant being required to make $500 donation to the San Antonio Food Bank?
No, Your Honor, we think that that's fair. And just to explain it to Paul, that means you won't have to do the community service hours once you've donated to the food bank.
All right, so there'll be regular Zoom reporting. I'm going to want field visits once per month, Rebecca, but random. And random UAs.
Your Honor, if I could make a note on that, my client does work and he works, he does have a job and he works long hours during the week. So if there is a field visit, we don't have any objection to that, but he may not be available at his home unless it's on the weekend.
All right. It's going to be random, Mr. Martinez. As far as the random UAs, once you provide a clean UA, Rebecca, he can either do the patch or continue with random UAs. If the patch is more expensive, Mr. Martinez, that'll be completely up to you and your schedule. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, do you need anything else to be successful on this deferred adjudication? Rebecca, is there anything else he would need?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Martinez, good luck to you. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. I'll send you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor, probation will meet you there and go over conditions. Mr. Goss, you can go to breakout room number 1 as well. And you all are excused after probation goes over conditions.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Are we back on Tracy Gomez?
Yes, Judge. We have an agreement with Jordan Brown for a plea. He needs some time to do get paperwork over to us. And he's requested that we come back in the afternoon. Can my client and I be excused until 2 p.m.?
Yes, see you at 2.
Great, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And everyone else, we're going to take our noon break. Mr. Martinez, is your client in the courtroom?
I do not know, Judge. I'm not in the courtroom anymore.
He's not in the courtroom.
Judge, can I be excused if he shows up this afternoon? If somebody calls my office, I'll be glad to get back on.
Well, we're going to have you Zoom back in at 2 p.m.
Okay, Judge.
And we'll see if your client is here. And that's the only amount of time I will give him. I'll give him to 2 p.m.
Okay, Judge.
All right.
Judge,
Yes.
this is Richard Langwell.
Yes.
I've been sitting in cyberspace all morning, and they put me in a breakout room, and there was not a prosecutor there.
All right.
I have
David
a
Aguirre.
I have a federal sentencing at 1:30, so I'm not available this afternoon.
Okay. Is there a prosecutor available to speak with Mr. Langlois and David?
Yeah, I'll
Aguirre?
do it. I'll do it. Let's do it. Richard, do you want to do it now?
Yes. All right, Richard, go to breakout room number 2, and Tom will meet you right there. Matthew Brown.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with Mr. Sanders. I'd like to speak with my client, Mr. Pena, before we proceed.
All right, we're going to end up taking a break at
Yes, ma'am.
noon.
Okay.
All right, so, and you need to speak to whom?
Andrew Pena.
All right, Andrew Pena, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
How do I go to a breakout room?
You've just been
Okay,
requested.
okay. Thank
Mr. Martinez, I'll send you back to number 1. All right, everyone, we're going to be taking our 12 o'clock break. Gavin Gwynn?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, we'll have you come back at 2 and we'll take care of your client.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. May I go back to the breakout room and tell him what's going on and then go?
Yes. What
Thank you.
your client is Mr. Narvaez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you'll just go back to number 5, you have the ability to go there.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Norma, Sean
Yes, ma'am.
Serene, can you make sure he's back here at 2?
Yes, he's set for 2 o'clock, Judge. It's on that hearing on the discovery for his client at 1:30.
All right, and, Richard Carilla, can you make sure that Joseph Acevedo is here at 2?
He said he was at a doctor's appointment. He wanted the case reset. I just told him to log in after his doctor's appointment. He hasn't responded.
Okay, all right, we'll bring Mr. Carilla, we'll bring you back at 2. And then we'll have Mr. Flores with Anton Hayek.
Mr. Flores, Judge, I did call Harris County Jail. He is in Harris County. I'm trying to contact a coordinator. They just gave me another email address to contact somebody in Harris County to figure out how to get him on Zoom, because they don't Zoom in from the jail that he's at. So I don't know what, I'll talk to you about that afterwards.
Okay. All right, everyone, we're going to take our noon break and we will pick up at 2 o'clock. So we're going to